to draw a rotation across now. Snappy has floated into CT. They're making their way out Cat, and there's the long push from Madden. Damage done to Sin. And they're in. Oh, Sampayas has been gooshed down here as well. Tabson will pick him up, and the bomb should be going down momentarily. 4 on... Make it 3 on 5 retake situation now.
Tabson hit that while running across behind Kiddo. It looked like he was going to make first contact. Snappy. Good headshot to Sin. That would have been a kill either way, but he was the low HP player, so it's not that much of a loss for Big. They can certainly compensate that with some firepower. Snappy's going to follow it to get Tabson as well, though. Searson, trade. Dia and Valda, 2-on-1 in favor of ENCE, but they have no kits and they've got to get to the site quickly. A bit of armor to work with, but not on the head. No helmets, and that allows Searson to hit the first shot. He was a talking point on the desk. Might be a talking point to start out this game. Runs out of ammo. They both have to jump off it, but he might be able to back up. He's going to hold this. Jump, first Glock. That's why it's useful. Gotta love to see that. He gets the headshot to boot.
ENCE have 3 players on the site. 1 lingering just outside the doors of Diha, and they're going to do a full set piece here.
Flashes and smokes. Sampayas already spotting and taking the first shot. The headshot into Kito. Valda's above this as they look toward him, but he can't see in the smoke. Sampayas is going to get another. They're getting stalled out massively, and Valda's going to go to work. The second round bye, as always, is menacing, and the scout is looking more and more viable. It fell out of favor after the jump shotting nerf, which I think was necessary, but man, it has become so viable with SMGs around it again.
This map specifically, right? And we just spoke about it, the fact that so many teams on their anti-eco or second round buy are going out long and then they're trying to execute and then they get pipped by the scouts. Well, this time around, Big tried to fall into something different. So they're doomed if they do, doomed if they don't, right? This is a miserable feeling. Hey boys, let's execute onto B. We'll try and avoid the scout.
Economy. Hang on. This is going to be a deagle shot here that's got to hit surely as Tabson falls off. Can't do it, but Valda holding it middle. Sin, there's the deagle shot. It's going to nail it. And they're going to follow it up with a scout again. As Kito comes inside of the B site, he could surprise Dia here, but he's still holding and not giving. Oh, he's looked away, but he's not giving his angle up.
You can hear this.
Be patient about it. You certainly can hear it. Now he's spotted. Now they wrap in, and it's Kito. So the Deagles are going to win this one out. Is it time to, with... All right, look, I've got to hold my...
They might go for this.
I was going to say, I got to go back to this because they are low on HP, so hang on, because they... Okay, they're not. But it's almost... Because, like, competitive is one thing if you play really well. I'm not saying they didn't in this case, but we're just seeing so many second-round buys. This only affects the start of the game, right? Like, because remember, after that, you're at 1,400 anyway when you're at 0. So it's just that second-round buff that it would remove a bit. Valda with 2 kills on the back of a Sampayas flash. He'll take down Crimbo and Sin. So good start for him on the M4. He's up to 6 and 2. Madden does have the utility. Drop it now because his teammates called for it. Tried to spray in, did Dia. He got 1, but he was playing the barrel angle. That was a very good nade. Maiden's gone. You called a nade correctly. I never would have. It would have missed if I said it. Searson didn't miss. He's got Madden when he arrives. Valda's already fast on the flank in this round, looking for a 3rd kill. Planted by Searson, though. Oh, he's going to go onto the box, fake it out. Doesn't matter. He didn't know Valda was there. I thought he actually had some sort of indication and was going to try and plant safely. And then the bait will hopefully play out in his favor, but he's got to get there soon. They're already around the corner. Flash is going to catch out his teammate as well as anyone else. That fell apart. Sampayas didn't stay committed. He does make up for it by getting 2, but they still lose long, and that means they've lost the A-bomb site entirely. And Diaz forced forward. Good find. Needs to be ready for the second. Couldn't do it, but he put Kito down to 2. He nearly did. And this gives Valda a chance, but he's going to be held off by Molotov. That'll allow him to just sit and wait it out a little moment longer, though, because he's not in a rush as of yet. He has a kit to work with. Doesn't have any nades, though. First shot's easy. Kiddo gone. That was 2 HP, so it didn't matter. Crimbo's yet to get a kill in this, though, and he's going to need one now if he wants to clutch it, and he's going to be held on the shutout even longer by Valda.
Huge, huge. That's exactly what you want. This is the star performance level that we're looking for here. A 1-on-2 in a bomb site where saving tends to be name of the game, especially on a map like Dust 2. And Valda gives it a crack, and he pulls it off, so that's a massive round to win. This is how it started. Kito taking down Snappy. And the timing on long, if you want to credit Big here, I think you have to. They were pressuring short. Sampayas had to float back. He didn't have any choice. Madden says, hey, they're coming out the doors. The flash actually working against Madden there. That's the drop back. Now defensive utility immediately deployed, and well done. That's going to send them hightailing over towards this A site. But Sampayas' AWP is on the opposite side of the map. Still going to find out Kito coming mid to B, but it's on Diha and Madden to lock this down. Tucked in, spam away, multi-kill. Another round here looking perfect. That is just a shutout. All 5 staying alive. This is a great-looking ENCE today.
Yeah, very, very solid. Great start. Valda's loving it.
Yeah, it's going to be a mid to B here, but I think they're boosting over window. They are.
Love to see this.
This is so unexpected.
So no, oh, they fell off of it. They fell off it, but they got the call at least for the information. So Snappy knew to look that direction, and it will be Dia that now strikes to come back out from spawn, though, all the way from long A, rather. Excuse me. They're gonna completely cut off Searson, but they're giving him a chance here. Caught Madden in the window. It's still gonna be 8-2 in favor of ENCE.
As Crimbo and tabseN try and break in here.
Dia blinded by his teammate. Now the smokes will go in. The flashes over the top as well. Dia sees it coming. Not the second one. He won't see anything at all for a moment, but vision restored. Still has big box. Doesn't have the aim. Crimbo finds his second in this game. It's Sampayas that wants to respond, but he's running out of space.
Flank.
Volda's there already. Again, he's been so quick on this. 2-2. 2-on-2, rather, excuse me. 12-2 for Volda. He's looking for another, but Snappy, with that distraction, able to strike, and Searson's missed a shot that I think will be the end of him. And as Volda comes in, Snappy even goes back outside the door just to pull his aim as far away as possible. I do love this crisscross smoke, because it lets you slow things down and actually take your fights, rather than just panic run toward B and hope that no one in CT is able to do damage to you. Meanwhile, Volda, speaking of CT, and Goose this time is the opening kill on Crimbo. tabseN, immediate response, though. That's going to force Sampayas way back away from the site itself. So Big has been actually getting good access from Catwalk, and partly due to ENCE's passive setup, but there's 9 seconds. They need to get that bomb down now. And Sin, inside spawn, has cut off Dia. So Snappy gets ever closer, but another bomb plant. That's the thing with this scoreline. There's been 4 retakes that have already been successful with defuses from ENCE, and they're going to try and get another one here as Madden, no Sin, still down in CT spawn, removes him. Now they have a rite of passage. tabseN stuck on the platform, but nails the first shot, follows up with good spray control in the second, and Searson walks out, misses the shot, but they know Madden is stuck on the ramp. He's going to get around the corner. Careful, lad. He's not reloaded, though, and tabseN with an AK. Oh, my God. I was about to say should win this out. Tapping bomb, he knows Searson needs to peek. He needs to peek now. He opens the angle, and I think he has the time. I think he's actually done this. Oh, it's going to be close. It's going to be so close. He does. That's incredible. He takes 2 steps to the right, just enough to catch them off, and that's a round that Big will be kicking themselves over. Snappy just waiting behind the car. Gonna do some damage, but he's able to pop out, remove Searson. He's gonna follow that up and get Kiddo as well. This is just too easy. Volda's already on the flank again? How does this guy get everywhere on the map? They look back this time, though. Sin's gonna catch him out.
Okay, 2 for Sin in this one. Sampayas will now push up and make sure they cannot evacuate the long doors whatsoever.
Madden already wrapping back with that smoke as well, to see if he can get an angle. Once again, the A site under threat. No bomb plant this time, though. 13 seconds. They've got to go quick about this. Crimbo, he's able to hit Dia. Sampayas still waiting. Does he go? He goes. He goes into a one-on-one. 10 HP for Crimbo. So pistol for Sampayas, but a headshot angle. Still needs to hit it. Always missed the jump. That's going to knock him down to the spawn. He goes for the jump shot because why not? It's a pistol. He can. He knows he's low. He knows he's been tagged. Tries again and again, but not the third. He swings out. Crimbo's going to finally win out a round for Big. 10-3.
Again, the comms are pretty good over there on the ENCE side. They're aware that Crimbo was extremely low in that situation, but Sampayas trying to be a little bit too tricky with it. ENCE are bringing 4 players to deal with long.
Made out. Volda didn't spawn Crimbo. That's a problem, because Snappy thinks it's safe and he walks out. Sampayas gets the shot in return, and I'm pretty sure he would have heard Snappy, or excuse me, Volda down below. He did. Sin makes no mistake, steps wide, hits the shot, but they didn't know that Sampayas was also transitioning. As he falls back to the site, he gets a second on top of it, so it's a 2-on-2, because that gets pulled. But Kitto and Searson to try and win out this round. Bomb, obviously, with them at long. Dia in the open. Lineup, hit both.
I wouldn't expect this.
Hit both, and that means Madden can do the same peak, same lineup. He's got Madden down to 19, this kiddo, but he's also low himself, and with a smoke out, Madden just sprays into it with a USP, 11-3.
Yeah, really good understanding of the situation from dHar and Madden there.
Battling for position throughout. But it has been a quick map in that regard. Dia out of ammo, only good for 2, somehow.
That's so crazy. How does he get 2? I know they're coming out of the gray screen, but his screen was white, so I don't know what you'd prefer.
That's, yeah, 5-7 to do it as well. Had the secondary pistol that was capable through that armor. Flash in. Oh, that one's not as good. So maybe karma goes both ways on that one, Chad. It's got to equalize somehow. 3-on-3. Sampayas waiting. Smoke at the corner. They still want to cross over toward the pit. Nade's going to push that M4 back. Not that it matters. They've got AKs on the T side. But if they were to spray in and get in a battle, you can't quick swap for a reload. Smoke to cover. Sampayas will go out. Spots the first, no problem. Grimbo down. Second one's too easy. Controls both picks. There was 20 seconds left in the round. There's nothing left in this half, though. 12-3 in favor of ENCE. They look dominant so far. Remember, this is Big's map choice, which is a bit concerning. We'll take a break, see if they've got anything to recover on the CT side.
There is a Molotov available, so if Snappy drops that towards the back of plant, Keto will be in a lot of trouble, but note Crimbo's flashes. He'll be able to flash over to assist, and here we go. Oh, the molly wasn't needed. He's already dead. Cancel the flashes. That's not going to help a whole lot.
Not at all. Sin trying to keep his head down and stay in this, but can't. They find him easily because he's got nowhere to go, and Tabson back in, finds one. Damage on a second, but Searson the only one left, and it looks like ENCE are going to find a 13th convincingly and quickly to start off this second half.
A long take on an anti-force. We'd mentioned the scouts before. Oh, lordy. Maybe not at all. Never mind. They haven't really gone long. They've gone short, and they've taken so much damage.
They're not done there.
Long control, then they immediately pivot to short. So Big have owned this. Big have absolutely owned this.
So second half in a row then, because they won the first one and got second rounded, and then it was back and forth a bit to recover.
Yeah, force by wars for both these teams. So I think for Valda, he's not going to be able to get anything done here. Might just have to back off and consider the save, but Keto will find him. And a good round to win with some rifles being scavenged here. Try and drop that smoke and force them back and corral them elsewhere. But ENCE need to go for contact. They only have a molly here. So as they walk in, Sid needs to hit a couple of shots. The first is good. There's the smoke.
Slides out, couldn't do it. They knew he was against that wall. They saw where the smoke came from. Keto still trying to get into position. He's going to wait at the doors for his teammates to rotate over. They've still got a long way to go. So, oh my goodness, they let him walk in. There's two inside of the site. They thought they had default. He does a great job, Kiddo, because now he's giving his teammates a chance. What a shot, though. Searson pulls back onto Snappy. That was only 1 HP, mind you, but still it was tough to hit. Madden wins it out, 14 for ENCE.
Good heads-up play from Madden, not giving him a chance to reposition right there. So ENCE could put themselves 2 rounds away here in map number 1. And Sin in that situation, right? You just have to think through his thought process there, right? All right, I smoked them, I got the kill. Surely they're going to leave me alone. I don't think they were going to push through the smoke, but they were going to spam to punish his escape. And I guess it is fortunate he moved. There was a Molotov in the tail end of all of that. Either way, it gives up his life. There have been a couple of AWPers missing more and more of that. I know it's not an easy one to line up. You need the AWP to do it, but here we go. The B explode. Same spot, same result.
They're in. Snappy's in. Oh, okay. Dia got hit through that, but at the same time, Valda and Sampayas took a little bit of fraction of damage. I'll get that right. Fractal damage from an aid, but they're going to back off and save on this.
Haven't really seen too much convincing from Heat. Got to see them during the ESL Pro League. I thought this would be a bit more comfy for them, but as they make their way back up from the bottom of the barrel, there's still a chance. So we're continuing to add teams. That's what we need to find. 24 teams over the course of the... Nice one there, Searson. 24 teams over the course of the next 3 days.
Valda in. Oh, too easy. Too easy. Doesn't know Sin's in the open, though. He plays the smoke as well. So both can play that game, and Sin will win back the B site as a result of that trade. They're still down a man, mostly due to the fact that that op shot came through the door. That's the untraded and unanswered kill so far, and that means that Searson's already started to reposition. He's taken that op back over toward the ramp, and he's made no mistake to find Madden. Nearly a second as Snappy crosses out. It's Dia next that he fires at, but hasn't hit it yet. Jumps up. Again, he's close. Now Crimbo will finish it off with the MP9, and Searson will extinguish flames. This one's just Dia in a 1-on-4.
Interesting choice there from ENCE. They had the util to go for the set piece. Let's see how much damage Diha can do here. 30 seconds. He can win a round like this and looks prepared to do so.
He needs to... Okay, that Molotov actually makes it more difficult to try and do what he was doing because he wanted to bait shots towards sight and then catch out the flank. He knew it was coming. That makes perfect sense, but the Molotov pushes him out of position. So, elevator position for Crimbo with Tabson over above. He'll call when they get closer. Incendiary now is the right time. That's going to push them against the wall. It means it's easier to line up if they go through that smoke. Dia's already got Tabson down, though. Searson's the next in line here, and he's already been tagged once. He's missed the shot. That gives Sampayas a chance. P250 bomb's going to go down, and it's the advantage for ENCE. Nades will do what they can to soften them up before they arrive. It's worked out because Sin has Madden, but he's dinked as well. Ran out of ammo and jumped. He jumped and gave Dia. I think so as well. That mouse wheel was primed and ready, and it just shot him off into space. It's going to shoot this round and game into orbit. It's 16-9. As ENCE will take the first map against Big.
To be very happy with this performance here. Commanding victory. I think the scoreline doesn't do it justice how much ENCE were rinsing them here. We move into Nuke as the second map and 1 map away from locking ENCE in towards the major.
Seriously, this time not going to be keeping tabs on the fact that they've gotten it towards Secret. Stampede down below, though they've obviously heard it. Sin's going to rotate over, tries to do damage where he can, but Snappy wins out that exchange. Valda going to take out Tabsin before falling to Searson, but bomb already planted by Sampaius, who will now look toward the ramp. And the crossfire will be established. Nade bounced in, not going to happen because Sampaius is on the outside of the orange box to get the angle. Dia with a shot that is successful, and Crimbo and Quito are looking like they might not want anything to do with this, but really not much to save in it, so you might as well give it a shot.
Going to really be offered up a whole lot. Just the tip of Sampaius' head scurries across the screen, and Crimbo is dead. Little shot there from Sampaius. Now, I don't foresee ENCE having the same anti-eco woes as what they did on Dust 2.
That was another one. MSL was another one for a while that was outside of Denmark that, like, we always thought there was more potential than we saw, and Volda kind of ended up being in that position later on, but now is back on a roster that has had a lot of success to show his skill.
I like D here, Alex. I called you Alex.
They just don't want to talk to you.
I don't know, you seen G2 lately?
Not since they've ended up 1 and 2. That's a fair point. During Pro League, man, Justin was super chill. On day 1, they 16-0. They were playing ping pong for...
Yeah.
Oh, nearly started the party off in style. He got 1 and then a huge amount of damage onto Madden behind, which means he's ripe for the taking. He follows that with a 3rd bit of damage as he legs up close. Actually, Madden again, that was the same shot, so I don't know how that happened, because it looked like he hit him twice, but I think it was just the rifle coming in at the same time the damage was dealt. Sin's going to take out Volda. Snappy. Shotgun for Quito. He's gone. Snappy with 2.
This needs to be a round that big convert here, but not one that is confirmed just yet.
Decontamination. The double Ds. A Snappy with that bomb ticking. As soon as they touch this, he's going to start taking the door out now so they can control the angle, control the peak. He finds the first, but he's out of ammo. Doesn't get it done. Sin. He's going to back off Sampaius. Just plays the time. Takes a dink. Doesn't matter. It's going to be 5-0 now for ENCE. And we cut away. Bomb didn't go off, so he saved the gun.
He survived. This is going well.
Oh, it's going very well. And they're already 1-0 up in this series, obviously, as well. So Quito for good for 1, only 1. It's Sin that now sits up top on rafters, needs to cut them off to the vent. Does, but the bomb went down the vent, interestingly enough. They didn't get another player inside of it. That might be the round in itself. Sin's kill, I mean, now there's a number of others that would confirm, including his next one onto Madden, is significant. Because if they discover that, if Tabson spotted that, I don't know that he did.
Such a gauntlet D-How's going to have to run here. So a couple of kills, not to be the case. Searson from the heavens.
You did jinx that 5-0.
Here we go, door blown off. A bit more pressure towards top side, and that's going to hold Tabson at bay for now. Adam's going to run through the flames and find the entry. Quito down. Tabson still isolated from the fight, and they're in.
They are. Sin's in. He's got up top on the rafters still, though. They haven't found him, and they think it's clear because he was inside of that smoke the whole time. Sin's looking pretty solid for the stand-in right now on the big side. And that's going to make it now a 2nd round in a row on the back of his good work upstairs.
Yeah, for sure. And if it can motivate them, then, yeah, we can understand how that style can work. Down the vent, on a buy. So much damage done. All right, getting tricky with it. ENCE continue to find the can opener towards A, but this one's broken, a little bit rusty. Bigger warding them off now, so they seem prepared. The bomb does slink down the vent, so Volda, they literally have all their smokes.
Yeah. Oh, Searson's got Madden. They have tons of utility no matter what for this bomb. 2 versus 5. Tough positions to still get back into, and that's why you've got headshot angles and you've got a vent bait about to happen, so they should be able to isolate these stairs. Sampaius backed off. Volda went a little bit too early. Sampaius had to leave the scene of the crime to go create another, and this is exactly the point. Look at this 2v5 with the ball down, and it's all on to Crimbo. He's going to open the door, and Volda's going to get shot out of it. You're right, he does. He's inside of it. I don't know that Sampaius has the angle, but he finds it, and they hold it. It's 6-2.
Okay, there is no way Big should be losing a round like that with everything we pointed out.
An obligation beyond just the game, and that is balancing the personalities.
Sure.
Because morale is hugely important, and it's not like certain team sports. Look at that. What just happened?
It was only with a USP, so that was the least investment.
Just literally walked down behind them like they weren't even ready for it. Now they're going to get caught out by Crimbo, who's up above. He's going to double as well. Hang on, Big's just pulling them. They're everywhere. They have the whole map. They're like a pack of bees.
They do better when these scrappier buys come out. Haven't been able to settle into too much of the economy here.
This one's done. He's going to go out. Kiddo's already spotting. He's got the kill clean. He's got the AK to hold it. And that is a big win for Big to get back into it. So they'll love that. I didn't mean to do that, but that's the
humongous
nature of their name. There
gigantic.
You go.
5 Galils and a bunch of smoke. So let's see how close they can make this one.
Madden downed already. Tabson and Sin.
Top, mate. It's literally just rushing top. Now it's a 1-on-5. Okay. But this is what happens on the T-side when you get such a good start. They made the first 5. It was 5-0. Not the Hawaii version. As Searson will take down Volda.
Yeah, I mean, it is nuts now because we have 24. We had the pause when he kind of, oh my god, did you just literally bounce a flash off his teammate's head? That worked out super well. But it's going to work out for Crimbo because he's just going to slaughter them, having not been blinded by that. But it's kind of... It's going to do a decent amount of damage. In fact, some Pius down to half-life as they try to plant inside of the smoke. Tabson can hear it, but can't get an angle. Doesn't want to overcommit to showing himself either because he knows that there's likely more than one below. And he's spot the second, but Madden gets the kill. He's limited for movement. Wants to try and hold off on the ramp, but the Molotov's still down. Didn't let him peek as aggressively as he might have liked to, so it was predictable crosshair placement. Meanwhile, it's still 3 to find. And Searson watching this. The CTs have the site right now. What? Smoked out. Like, this is... They could just go for this defuse. Surely Snappy's going to try and spray onto it. So they're trying to bait it. They'll fire back in. They can body block it all day. Searson's going to find Volda, and it's 6-7 now for Big.
Good util usage there to isolate the decon door. Madden gets one, but at that point he was isolated. You could see that the flames were in front of him. And Snappy is just taking the Hail Mary spam. Trace is making it a bit too easy for Crimbo to isolate that one, and they'll pick it up. But another plant means, of course, ENCE, another buy.
Smoke down, massive gap because it extinguishes the flames. That's going to favor Volda, and it is up top we go with Volda opening up on Tabson as well. Quito doubles up, though, in return and behind the silos, and one of which was the man who found the entries. But Snappy seems fine to do it himself. And it's all on Searson, 1-on-3. Smoke down, he knows there's a gap so he can push through, but Pius holds the off angle, 7-7.
You want to look at two teams who are really good at harassing this top site.
It's not up top, they'll go this time. Kiddo gonna try and isolate himself so he has one side to peek on, and also to extinguish a preset Molotov that was coming his direction, but Madden knows he's still behind the silo. He's gonna go to the door, doesn't win out the duel though. Taps him with 19 HP remaining, gets the kill. And he might do more than that because they have not got a bomb plant yet. Ooh, it's cheeky little spam through the edge of the door frame and then up through the catwalk as well as Dia drops down. Backing off of this. Did they take the bomb out of this?
Or they really could.
I mean, they absolutely...
It's a full rotation.
Wow, not with that kill. I think that's going to encourage them to stick around, but they aren't overcommitting the bomb. It is still at ramp to give them that option.
They don't know. They don't know it's confirmed. They're about to find out in the hard way.
Makes a lot of noise to position himself for that plant. Double peek as well. Snappy's going to have to be damn snappy, but they get the plant more importantly. Snappy still goes aggressively. And he knows they're going to wrap in from as well. This guy's way ahead of the play right now. Up to 9 kills. Not a ton and a half, but he's getting the impact. As Tabson will get taken down by Pius, and ENCE will win it out 8-7.
A good half here from ENCE. Just one more half away from locking themselves in for the legend stage. But the opening fight, ENCE are feeling all right as Molly's now towards A. And, well, Julie's at dawn. They weren't even drawn.
Wow. Tabson just destroyed Dia. Bust out the vent, but that doesn't mean they're going that way. In fact, they want to go right through. They want to. This is an interesting tactic. Do they run to secret now? They're just trying to run off everyone one-on-one before the rotations can come in. Forget the bomb site. Let's just use a mob squad mentality. Doesn't pay off entirely, though. Madden able to slow that down, and now they'll go back inside to plant the bomb. But they did certainly cause chaos. Snappy dualies can't hit anything with them. Tabson looking sharp to start off his pistol. Pius, though, up to the task, it seems. Has it down to a one-on-one. Tabson as well. Sin has to peek either way, and Pius nails that. Welcome to ENCE, big brother.
Wow, what a round. What a round that was. Tidy, tidy stuff. That round looked done. It was such a creative round here out of Big. They must have cooked this one up in the lab. Well, they were cooked because it was a crazy piece. You saw all those mollies, right? They molly top heart, they molly heaven, they molly CT vent, then they come out and they go through main towards yard. We also have the Asian RMR, which started today. And more matches from that coming tomorrow. But pace, name of the game. Big getting into top right now. And Adam's completely blind. Back turned. Still finds Crimbo. How late was that smoke?
Well, and also how late, like the silence reaction. Crimbo's just running in thinking he has a chance at it. Not even remotely considering that he was just being stared at the whole time. He gets taken down, Tabson. They just fall on top of him. He gets to shoot straight upward. It's only going to be a 2-on-2 when it all subsides, though. And bomb again can get planted at the upper site. Sin's going to do it with the smoke still inside of the main entrance. Dia will wait.
they have 2 smokes, so they could smoke off Squeaky and Hut Door or get a smoke on the bomb to try and make this one a little bit more jarring. But first they have to take some contact, and Sin's given up his spot.
I don't know if he spotted both yet, though. He knows they're there now. He has to. Diaz forced his aim off of it, though. And Searson, does he get the information that there's 2? I don't know if they... I'm still not convinced they spotted the second one in rafters. He only spotted 1 based on the fact that he saw the headshot. Now he knows he's on top of the hut. Searson just waiting it out. Smoke on top of it's going to hold this. Going to hold it the whole way through. There's 2 smokes. Searson's lost it. He's lost the angle, but he gets it back now. And you know his teammate's calling for that. Hey, right.
Right, we've actually been singing the praises of Searson and tabseN throughout this RMR. They've been the 2 continuing to put damage down range. And this is so close. Look how close this is. Oh, that was so close.
Yeah, Snappy knew how close it was.
Nice try from Madden there.
Madden around, first shot. Down goes Kiddo. He's now got a gun to work with. Picks up the AK-47 and using it to perfection so far. Nearly got the 3rd as well. He's put Sin low. Sin gets saved. Searson and tabseN, they tried to swarm and take advantage of the damage done. Doesn't matter. They'll hold their nerve in Berlin International Gaming. We'll find number 9.
This is when the team needs it most. Remember, not elimination.
But Valda's eliminated.
I think that's another point as well, is should just be a farm here for tabseN. Is that even if Big don't make it here today, which is still very possible, right? Even if they...
You missed your chance. You missed your chance. Last week you were saying that's all you wanted.
I've had 6 weeks of waiting for that moment.
Dia. Shot out, tabseN down. I love this. I do love this position, but it's, you know, it's not one you want to play too commonly because it's pretty easy to get a crosshair placement there, but man, you can catch them off, and Dia gets 2 for it.
He's going to grab himself an AK out of this if he can.
Shot from Valda. Good shot back from Searson. So they're only down 1. So, oh yeah, this is done. They think they've got this one. They think they've got the rotations off. Sampaio is going to walk out. Good response, Searson. All things considered. But now going upstairs, if he thinks that's it, okay, sure, cut off the vents all you like. Don't know this, though, do ya? Madden's going to sneak out from behind. Searson goes down, and 11-10. Nicely done from Dia.
They're scaling past. Valda, he's going to know that they're in the side now, or he should.
Valda does know, but just gives himself up. Just ran in. I don't know if he thought they weren't that many, if there wasn't numbers there. But Big's in a good position now because Kiddo's got Dia down, and they've got the vents covered off. We saw that. Sampaio is going to back off. They are going to have to save. This is going to go 11-11. We have a game right now. 1900
into the next round of play, meaning dropping guns is a problem. So this is the type of round where they might have to concede. Will we see an ENCE round, or the Big keep the pain train going? Sin entering again.
9. He's off angle this. He's not going to go for the fallback. He's going to go for the spray and pray, and he's absolutely nailed it because he's gotten Sin and Kiddo down on that. tabseN with the only response. This might be what ENCE need. A little bit of fortune and a bit of a risk on the play. And Valda's going to burn alive. Crimbo tosses that one in. That actually brings it back a little closer. So Dia does get Crimbo. It's all onto tabseN. He can see the foot inside of the door. Smoke down. They're going to transition, but he's red. That doesn't matter. Madden's got the shot. 12-12. We tie it right back up. And he is going to go to the corner. He's going to go more than that. This is no man's land, though, because it's such a wide angle. He's got to swing so far back. He commits. They know. They know he commits, so they know they had the fight waiting for them. And Searson hits it. Damage was done, though.
And not the best weapon for the job, especially in the hands of the in-game leader here.
Surprised there's not more of... Okay, well, he's shut down Searson, so now they're in a good position. I was going to say, I'm surprised there's not more of a rotation from Sin. Snappy's doing an excellent job. Sin was the one that had the information and the element of surprise potentially in his favor. Crimbo, bomb planted, damage dealt, but no kill. We'll try and go over toward Big Box, and he, I think, is done for. Dia's going to find that one, but that was an excellent job by Snappy to get 2 kills and ENCE tie the game again. Crimbo waiting to go. Searson's going to go upstairs and give him a Molotov to clear off top side of hut. Kiddo will wrap around on that as well, so if anyone falls off, but Valda's the one they have to confront. And that's going to be difficult. I'm say that. Valda's going to be out of ammunition and not ready to react. tabseN and the flames on top of silos instead is going to push Dia down. Crimbo gets that kill. Great take.
Shows how dominant it was for ENCE in that victory. They kind of took their time to close in the second half. And they're taking their time.
Snappy. Gonna be the first, or at least it appears right now is to be the first to be challenged. They're gonna run it in. They saw the nade. They figured they could get ahead of them. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Probably the best nade we've seen against Armor all event long. Sunpius getting kills on top of it. They're going to challenge the AWP, though. He knows it. Back outside the doors. That puts him further away from ramp, though. So this gives them a bit more space, a bit more leverage to go downstairs without being flanked or threatened in that possibility. Is Snappy. Reverse side orange. He knows the molly's coming in. Hits the beautiful headshot. Crosshair placement was on top of it. It's a 5 on 2 in favor of ENCE. He knows they're still working in. Sin's further up, but he spotted him last second in the peripherals. If he was Ekinder, he would have sat too close to see that. So good thing he has sat back and relaxed.
Talking point, right? We just saw the timeout there from ENCE. Well, now Big need to have a chat because you could drop the AK from Sirison. You could give that to Crimbo or Keto.
Still scoped in, hoping not to make noise and catch someone out who might be out of position. But Tabson's downstairs, you're right. Bomb still at lobby. Imagine it will go toward the vent right now. And it's an off angle with Dia on Turnpike as well. Snappy's able to avoid and follow up. He's got Searson out to Dia, though. They read that play, but a Molotov will hold them off the bomb. They have to push all the way through the lower sights. Searson, good shot. Madden on the flank, though, but they've got to push down from the bottom and get back. And Sunpius is in great position with the AWP. Now they have control of the bomb. They may have had lower, but they had to go all the way through. Tabson, good start, doesn't matter. He can't finish it out with the second bullet, and it is 15 rounds for ENCE.
Well, they've given us the fireworks we wanted here, and this man on your screen, especially their in-game leader, Snappy, massive stuff, getting G'd up by the teammates there, but Snappy, that was huge. If they have to come through lobby, through hut, through ramp with that bomb, we'll stop them right here, right now, and Snappy does exactly that. The in-game leader in the last few influential rounds here for ENCE has been phenomenal. And look at this, getting fired up now, just one more round.
He still has a chance to catch them out late, though, if they don't hurry up, because that back two smokes, exactly that, we're about to dissipate, and as it did, he spots out Sin. So a bit too slow to gather themselves after throwing those smokes, trying to be silent, and now he knows for certain that they were heading outside. Dia gets the warning. The alarm bells will go off. He baits out a few shots, though, as he ducks underneath the aim. Does Tabson, but Kiddo as well will walk in. Slaughtered by 2. It's Dia that will eventually go down, and the smoke, the incendiary on toward the silo. Bomb not planted, and the game and series over. ENCE are legends in Rio.
Huge stuff here from ENCE. You can see the celebration now. Hugs all round, and they've had to rebuild the roster. In the player break, Sunpius and Volder come in to fill the boots of Hades and Spinks, and this is job done.